Hey guys, this is Lisa, the purple haired mom. Welcome back to our live stream. It's Thursday, which means it's our Thirsty Thursday live stream. I'm adjusting my lighting here because the lighting in this room is really odd. But welcome back. So today we're going to talk about something I've actually talked about on my podcast before, but it's very, very relevant to my life and probably to a lot of other people's lives, because today we are going to get into the wide, wide world of dating in your 40s. Let's do the intro and we'll be right back. All right. Okay. So, like I said, this is something that I've done on my podcast before, and it was actually one of my most popular ones because there are a lot of people that are going through dating in, it's not even just your 40s. I would say your 30s and your 40s. Okay. Because dating in your 20s, your teens, that's one thing. Dating in your 30s and 40s is a whole different animal. It's not even the same, it's not even close to the same thing. I don't even know how to describe it because I have no clue what's going on. And I'm looking at a lot of the stuff that's going on and I'm like, but why? But why? So this is what we're going to talk about. Okay. So the big difference between dating in your 20s and dating in your 30s and 40s, you've got the difference in maturity. Okay. The difference in maturity. And it's really astounding, at least for women. Now, I'm not going to say this is a dig. This is not a dig on men, because I know there are some men out there who have matured gracefully. They have. Those men are happily married or gay, unfortunately. But a lot of men stay in the same mindset. Now, what mindset am I talking about? Okay. So, got my notes here, because I always have to have my notes when I'm doing these, because if not, I will tend to ramble and we'll be here all freaking day. So there are men that still play games in their 40s. There's actually men that didn't play games at all until their 40s, okay? You would think at this point they would have like mature conversations and get to know one another, and you would have like, it's kind of something that goes back to like when my grandmother was, I was being raised by her, and she would tell me, she would be like, don't worry, it'll get better when you get older because things will be so much more different. Boys will grow up, they'll become men, and everything will be a lot different. And now I kind of wish my grandmother was still around for more than one reason. Obviously, I wish my grandmother was still around anyway. But I really just want to go, where is the difference? Please tell me, because it's a whole lot different than when she was dating my grandfather and doing all of that. That is like just, I don't even know how. Just decades apart, we became a whole different animal. So this is the problem. Okay. I use dating sites. Okay. Let's face it, it's 2021, and especially right now, dating is pretty much all online. I don't know very many things that aren't online, but dating has pretty much, for the most part, over the last several years, kind of mainstreamed online. You've got your dating apps, you've got, places like Match.com, you've got places like eHarmony, you've got all of these dating online things, okay? And you would think that when you're dating in your 30s and 40s, you've hit that maturity speech pattern to where you could have a decent conversation with somebody. Unfortunately, in your 30s and 40s, you still get the unsolicited dick pic, and the naked picture requests from guys we don't know. Funny thing is, you will even see them pop up on my live streams. I've actually had to get rid of several people that pop up in here that think that live streams mean that somebody's getting naked. Grow up. I mean, seriously, this is not what this is for. But I don't understand how men in their 40s, and that's what it is. It's men in their 40s. I'm not talking about kids, like teens and 20s jumping on somebody's profile and doing this. I'm talking about these are men in their late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s doing this stuff. And I don't understand because I just don't get it, because whenever I make a profile, I am very, very distinctive on what I put on there. I'm not trying to catfish anybody. So I make sure that they know that I have kids. I make sure they know I'm not a size 6. I don't hide that. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not looking for just a good time. I'm looking for somebody to actually get to know and all of that. I even state, if you're looking for a hookup, not the right place. And constantly, I will get looking for a good time, DTF. If you don't know what that means, look it up. And my favorite is, we're a fun-seeking couple looking for a third. No, absolutely not. So what I've noticed, I kind of stick to specific dating websites because I stay away from Tinder. I stay away from Plenty of Fish because those are notorious ones that are kind of not great. So I kind of stay away from those. I use the Facebook dating app, but I don't even know. They're all kind of ending up being the same thing. I use that, and I can't remember what the other one's called. I've tried using Bumble because that's supposed to be where the women are in control. It's supposed to be like women message first instead of the men being able to message first. But the problem is that men don't like it when women message first. So, and they only give you 24 hours. Like, they give the other person 24 hours to respond. So if in 24 hours, say they're busy, they work, they have a life of their own, they don't respond to your message gets deleted and your match is gone. So that's all the time that they give you is 24 hours. And a lot of times I've noticed that it takes men a lot longer than that. I have a really bad zit here, guys, that I've been messing with. So I apologize if this thing is like looking y'all in the face. But you have a lot of men that can't make up their mind to respond to a message that quickly. They actually want to think, decent ones want to think about what they're going to say. So it doesn't help that they only give you like 24 hours to respond. So, I mean, I don't understand that concept, but I mean, I like the fact that women are the ones that start the conversation, but give us a little extra time. You know what I mean? It's a great concept, just not thought through all the way. Now, I have noticed lately that my dating profiles are filled with guys that are like 19 to 25 or at the like 25 to 29. And at first I'm like, did y'all not see the age bracket that I'm in? Because just to give you an idea, my oldest son will be 21 this year, and my second oldest son will be 18 this year. It's weird to me that somebody in my kid's age group is hitting me up. And obviously, the first thing I'm thinking is the worst. Like, oh, great. I'm waiting for the unsolicited picture. But that actually doesn't happen with the younger guys. So, I don't know. There's something about these younger guys. I don't know if it's the way that they were raised, because I've noticed a lot of the younger guys, I'd say like from like 19 to 29, a lot of them were raised with single moms. So it's more like they have a higher respect. And, I actually have decent conversations with some of these guys. It's just sometimes the younger age is a little bit disconcerting because obviously I have kids that are like the same age. But if I like a profile, say I'm going through the profiles and I like a profile, okay, of a guy that's my age, close to my age, I'm usually told I'm not their type. When I ask, and I do ask what their type is, they want a girl 19 to 29 and fit. And usually this does not matter what the guy looks like. That's what they want. So you could have some really out of shape guy who wants somebody who's 19 to 29, no kids, fit, and basically wants to do anything that they want to do. Doesn't seem realistic to me. Now, also, I will tell you that there's a big difference between the way women view, like the way that they peruse dating websites, as to the way men peruse dating websites. Women are concentrating a lot on the actual profile. Okay, so they're going to go through and they're going to look through the profile to see if there's anything that they like. If there's something they like, they will go ahead and they'll swipe, is it right? They'll swipe right on it or swipe yes on it to match with them, and then break it down after that. Now, men are visual creatures. Men will just look at whatever picture pops up, and if they think that they look even the slightest bit okay, they'll swipe yes. So they'll just swipe match. They'll go through 10 to 20 in a row, and then they'll wait to see if they'll message them and wait to see who messages back. If anybody messages back, or if anybody messages them first, then they will go into the profile to really kind of break down to see what other pictures they have in there. They're not looking at the profile. Any pictures that are in there to give them more of an idea of whether or not they're going to like this girl. If you have your Instagram hooked up to one of your dating profiles, they are all over that. I guarantee it. And so even though they've matched with you, it doesn't mean that they actually matched with you. It means your profile picture that came up first sparked something in their head, and it was, ooh, I'll get back to that later. Because I have tons of people, like literally in my Facebook profile. I will show you right now. It says that I have 9+. Okay, 9+ in my thing here. So I've got all these people that have liked me. Okay, half of them are not real people. A lot of them are scam artists. And if you don't know about the dating scam artists, I will enlighten you. They are, you'll see people that claim that they're from in the military, and they'll claim that they are, stationed somewhere. They want to get to know you. They always tell you that they want a long-term relationship, blah, blah, blah. And they're all barking. They're blowing leaves in front of my apartment, so now all the dogs want to bark. But anyway, so they'll tell you that they want a long-term relationship. They specify and they swear into this. They want a long-term relationship, somebody special. So if that's what you're looking for, and they're usually a really good-looking picture, you click on them, you start talking to them, and then somewhere down the line, they start telling you that they're going on leave from the military, and they need money to help them do that. They start asking you for money. Just a little FYI, they're not really in the military. They're usually in a foreign country like Nigeria or something like that, and they're looking to scam you. Happens all the time. So if I look in here and I see all these people, so right now it says that I have a bunch of people that like me, okay? So if I go through all these people and say I hit, like in Facebook, it gives you the option of an X or a heart. So or a star in the middle. I really don't know what that is. I haven't figured that part out yet. But if you hit the heart, it's going to match and let you know that you've matched to them. At that point, it's time for either you or them to send a message. Hi, hello, what's up? How you doing? Whatever. 90% of the time, if I hit that heart, okay, if I hit that heart and I decide to send a message, they ignore the message because they have decided that they've gone through my profile. Either they didn't realize that I had kids and that's not what they want to deal with, or they went through and they've seen my body picture and they're like, oh, well, she's not a size 4, so I definitely don't want that. Something like they match with you, but they don't really match with you. Like you will never hear back from that person. And that happens a lot. So that's why I'm extremely picky when I go through, which is probably why I've been single for the last 6 years. But I am somebody who is very picky, and it's not picky. I'm picky because I have kids. I am a package deal. I'm not going to pick somebody just based off of me. I'm going to pick something based off of a whole dynamic. So if they don't match the whole dynamic, there's no reason for me to get involved with them, because it's kind of like it defeats the purpose. So I'll go through and I'll look at these pictures, and you can usually tell, I can usually tell right away when somebody is going to be, match my dynamic. I've actually had somebody make a different, like, I've ignored their profile, and there was a reason that I ignored their profile, because I knew they were a scammer. Then they turned around, made a new profile, and came back in and tried to talk to me again with the same pictures. And I'd already had them flagged. So it's a crazy, crazy world out there. So where does that leave us 30, 40-year-old single women who are looking for a good man? Well, we sift through the 19 to 29-year-old fuckboys. We sift through the ghost and come back. We sift through the 19 to 29-year-old good guys who are just it's a little bit weird for us to date somebody that young, but, we might come back to it. We sift through the married men wanting a side chick, the out-of-towners looking for a good time, the not here for a long time, but here for a good time. The ones that appear attractive and great, and then all of a sudden want to just sleep with you. This is what we're dealing with. This is the collective that we're dealing with, because men, when they get older, they believe that women are just going to, when they're older and they're single, they figure, well, they'll just agree to it because they're single. They want to settle down. They want to have somebody, so they'll just do whatever I want at this point. Wrong. That's not where we're at. So I'm sure that there's an attractive, available man somewhere in the lot, but many times we don't get to them searching through the mess. So dating is frustrating and stressful, and it's not the carefree thing that it used to be when we were 20 and 30. And unfortunately, in our 30s and 40s, many of us have responsibilities. So we have to deal with job, kids, house, pets, all of this that is really, really important. And you just got to realize that dating is no longer just for you. So I've seen guys say, you're just too picky. I gotta be. I have to be. I have to be picky because of the fact that, like I said, it's not just for me. So I guess all I can say is I'll continue to sift through the mess, swipe left and right, and figure out if I have a good one somewhere in the bunch. There's got to be somebody in there, right? So that's kind of my take on dating in 30s and 40s. It's a mess, and it's a hard knock life, pretty much. So I will talk to you guys on Sunday. Sunday will be Small Business Tips Sunday. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Actually, I have an idea of what we're going to talk about. I think we're going to talk about PPP loans and EIDL loans and the new crap that's coming out, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and I want to kind of iron those out. So that might be what we talk about. I have an idea. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. But it's been a pleasure talking to you guys on this Thirsty Thursday. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week going into the weekend, and be safe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.